Honor hurriedly persuaded, "Are you stupid? How strong is the Wu family? The first family in the south of the Yangtze River. If you can come together with Roger, it will be the icing on the cake for the Song family. I have no feeling for him." Warnya said seriously, "I won't be with a person who I don't feel towards, even if he is the richest man in the world." Honor said in surprise, "You would really like that, Charlie?" Warnya glanced at Honor, a little embarrassed to answer. Honor sighed and said, "My good sister, are you stupid? Grandpa is so confused. If he asks you to chase Charlie, then you will really chase him? He is a husband. What about you? You are the most noble one among the girls in Orus Hill. How can you be with such a man?" Warnya somewhat evasively said, "Brother, don't worry about my business, I will take care of it myself." "Hey!" Honor sighed pretentiously, and said, "I am the brother who watched you grow up. Brother sincerely hopes that you can marry a good man who is the right person, and is like you, who has never been married. If you really marry Charlie, a second married man in the future, it will be a pity for you." Having said that, Honor further said, "What's more, this Charlie is still alive in son-in-law. How can he be worthy of you?" Warnya turned her face to look at Honor, and said seriously, "Brother, Mr. Wade is not as unbearable as you said, you just haven't seen the shining light on Mr. Wade." Honor said disdainfully, "What can he do to shine? Doesn't he just get a medicine? I don't think it is great." Warnya shook her head and said lightly, "Everyone has many faces. In the eyes of many people, Mr. Wade is a rubbish and a son-in-law, but in my eyes, he is a real master. He is different." Honor curled his lips. "Don't you also think that he is a real dragon on Earth?" I really want to be laughed at by these 4 words. Real dragon on Earth. I pooh. Warnya glanced at Honor, feeling that Honor's appearance at this time was like a mentally retarded. However, Honor felt that it was time for Warnya and Grandpa to keep their eyes open to see Charlie's true colors. Isn't Charlie known as the real dragon on Earth? Then I figured out how to make Roger become Super Dragon, strip his skin, and shake his muscles. At the same time, Tianqi was staring at the rejuvenation pill given to him by Charlie in his clinic. He recalled what Charlie said to him, and Charlie told him that this medicine can make him 10 years younger and extend his life by 10 years. Although he knew that Charlie had great magical powers, he still felt that such a medicinal effect was like a fantasy. As the saying goes, there is a day when a flower blooms, and a person will never be a teenager. Human beings can control everything in the world, but they can't control aging alone. How many in this world, how can there be any elixir to rejuvenate people? However, when he thought that the medicine was given by Mr. Wade, Tianqi was full of confidence in the medicine again. He felt that Mr. Wade would never deceive him. Since he said so, then this medicine must have such a magical effect. So, he made up his mind to take the medicine according to Charlie's instructions. Tianqi carefully put the rejuvenating pill in his mouth. He thought this pill would be more difficult to eat, but he didn't expect that as soon as the pill was taken, it instantly turned into a sweetness and directly flowed into the abdomen. Immediately afterwards, it was a magical moment that Tianqi would never forget. He felt that his body was tightly wrapped up and down by a warm current, which was like a strange energy, working in every part of his body. At first, he felt a little tightness on his face, then his scalp was itchy and numb, and then he felt all the joints become hot. A few minutes later, Tianqi felt a feeling of rebirth. It seems that the whole body has really returned to the way it was 10 years ago. He came to the mirror subconsciously, and when he glanced at it, he was shocked by himself in the mirror. No wonder he felt tight on his face just now. It turned out that the wrinkled skin before was tightened a lot, so he looked a little younger at once. What's even more amazing is that he was already full of silver hair, but he didn't expect that this full head of silver hair turned out to be more than half black. The body that was already a little rickety can now stand up straight, and the joints that have been severely degraded have also been greatly improved. Tianqi hurriedly got on his pulse, signaled his pulse, and then found that his whole person's breath and pulse had been greatly improved compared to before. In other words, not only does he look younger, not only his bones are younger, but his internal organs, inside and out, are all young. It's tantamount to suddenly returning from more than 70s to the state of 60s. Tianqi was crazy. If a person's life is a clockwork alarm clock, then the energy stored in the clockwork will continue to fade with the passage of time, until the moment when all the energy stored is exhausted, the alarm clock will also stop completely. And now, Tianqi's life alarm clock is equivalent to being used by Charlie with his God's hand to force back twice. This also means that Tianqi's life alarm clock can go 2 more laps. Isn't this a miracle?